SEO Basics. What having a website really mean? Web developers and SEO consultants work with many existing website owners who want to modify or improve their website. They also deal with many people who want to start their web presence with a new website. There is often a common theme throughout both of these interactions: misunderstanding or attitude. I call this a false perception of reality. Because often the reality of what the internet can actually do for people's businesses and what they think it can do are vastly different. It is often assumed that thousands of people will magically find a website, visit it and buy their products. And that by simply owning a domain and a website built and published on the internet. If you build it, they will come should be removed from the vocabulary as soon as possible if you want to adapt attitudes to underlying search technology. As a real-world businessman, it's obvious that this wouldn't happen outside of the internet ether. So what's so different online? Perhaps the technology boom years ago caused a rift in understanding. Or maybe the noise caused a meteoric rise in the share prices of technology companies. I can hear the thoughts of the small business owner. Surely this can be applied to my business. In response, I would say, well, unlikely, but you should get some results over time. Website optimization for search engines. The most important thing when taking on a project like website search engine optimization is to know that it's important to be committed for the long haul. It is not a small job and it is necessary to allocate enough funds for the project. Delivery times must be correctly distributed according to the necessary changes, in order to meet the expectations of the clients. The key points of responsibility for an SEO project are knowing that there are big changes near the beginning and during setup. But the changes don't stop after deployment. There are continuous improvements to the design and system over time. In this regard, I consider it important to manage expectations and set realistic long-term goals about what the website can be expected to achieve and in what time frames we hope these goals will be met. So what should your goal be when doing SEO for your website? Well, everyone's goal is exactly the same: improve page ranking, improve page views and visits, and finally increase website sales. When it comes to SEO and achieving these goals, you have to have principles, and my main principle is, good sites get good ratings, and bad sites get bad or no ratings at all. As time goes on with the improvement of search engine technology and the refinement of search engine results, this statement becomes truer and truer. I believe in results through white hat read gray hat principles and methodology. What are white hat principles? I guess I would liken it to doing things the honest way and the right way without risk. So develop a good website, promote good linking, have good informative content and keep working on it. And then you are on your way to a good ranking through white hat principles. So why should you do things the white hat way? Well, search engines do have some kind of understanding, artificial intelligence. They quickly catch sites that send spam or link to irrelevant sites or have poor cross-linking. It's about being smart, looking long-term and wanting your business to grow organically, naturally. So how do I improve my website and make it naturally search engine optimized? Well, that's why you're here. So let's go through a few things you should be doing on your websites from a basic level. Domain names. When choosing a domain name, choose one that is relevant to the product or service you will be offering, and that is as simple as possible. There are considerations about the brand and the product service provided that should go into this choice. Involvement of marketing, personal and product understanding is required, but consulting with your SEO expert is also an advantage. At this step, I would say take your time and choose wisely. Keep it simple and easy to remember. Saying it out loud often will tell if it can be understood by the common man. Many SEO professionals firmly believe that buying a domain that is older and has been around for a while means that Google will not shut it down. What is the sandbox effect? Well, it refers to what Google does with a website or domain that is new or relatively unknown to Google. In many cases, Google's sandbox effect delegates the new domain to suboptimal inclusion in search results. Regardless of website optimization, It reduces the relevance and ranking of the website for the search term. If you can use your old business domain name, consider it very important. However, if you are buying a new domain name, make it relevant to the product or service being sold or offered on the website. Keep it close, relevant and simple. Relevance is primary. A location-specific domain or an international domain. .com or .com. Personally, I think .coms are better, mainly because they have international appeal. But if you want it to be specific to your location and region, then consider buying all similar top-level domains, your domain. .com and yourdomain.com. If you can. Choosing a host hosting, fast, reliable and provides you with everything you need and want. When choosing your host, ensure that the plan you are on is scalable so that any new traffic increases can be adjusted accordingly. Site design. There are a few fundamental things to consider when modifying or designing a website. Layout of pages. According to research, Googlebot searches websites from left to right and top to bottom. So, given this bit of information, it's clear that you should put our most valuable keywords and information on the left and near the top. Of course, this is a general statement and does not take into account the principles of design and beautification. Keep this in mind when designing the page layout. Place relevant keywords on the left and at the top of the page. Overall page size and loading. The overall size of the page is an important factor. The page should load quickly and be easy to browse. Colors and themes. One important aspect of marketing selling is the use of colors. Meanings are attached to colors in the same way that meanings are attached to words. Gold is the color of wealth and prosperity. White is the color of pure innocence and purity. Pink is the color of femininity and tenderness. Green is the color of natural things and freshness. Red is the color of danger and stress. Blue is the color of calm, intelligence. Most of the world chooses blue as their favorite color. Often represents trust. The use of color to establish an image or brand is common in the marketing community, but when you visit the websites of many search engine optimization experts, it is obvious that the significance of color plays no part in their web optimization. Although color selection is not an SEO topic, I would consider it a very important factor in what SEO is trying to achieve. Ultimately, for your website selling more products, building loyalty to your brand and influencing customers, color research is something you should seriously consider. In the summary of color choices, I suggest you study and learn more about your clients. Explore color choices and their relevance to your core products. If in doubt, I suggest sticking with safe and reliable colors within a safe eye-pleasing design. Browser. It is vital to ensure that your website works in all major browsers: Google, Firefox, Opera, Safari, Microsoft Edge. Testing other browsers is also an advantage, but these are the main ones used today. I think providing browser parsing statistics is irrelevant as it needs to work in all browsers. There are many things to consider when designing a website or modifying a website to make it more SEO friendly. These SEO basics will help you do just that. SEO basics will help you do just